Hello, 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 people. Today I choose a topic, basically a question. Who are you? Why I choose this topic? Why I choose this question? Because we just don't ask ourselves those questions at all. We just don't ask us, who are we? What are we doing here in this planet? What is our true purpose, or what is a purpose of this game here in this planet? I think that asking yourself who are you is one of the most crucial part that you should take in your life, because in general it's just like whatever you put after I am will definitely change, or not even change it. It will influence every single thing in your life. So who are you? And by asking who are you, I mean, how would you actually introduce yourself to someone without using your name, without using your gender, without using your age, without using your profession, without using your religion or where you're from? What would you say to a person that you have to kind of like introduce yourself to, and you are not allowed to use any of those things that we are usually using for introduction? Who are you? What would you say? Like, if you're not allowed to use those things that we usually use for introduction, it's just so hard to say, who are you? But if you would listen to anyone online, like anyone doing in personal development industry, and anyone doing in just trying to get you closer to your soul, they will all say to you, whatever you put after the words I am will determine your life. So I just want to share with you my perception of who are we, in order to make you think. Not in order for me to give you my understanding and just say, oh, that's what you have to believe. I don't care what you believe. I don't care what is your reality, what is the truth about you. I just know what I believe, and I know what made me like so joyful in my life, and what made me actually experience something greater within me. And this truth that I'm gonna share with you today, it's my truth, it's my reality. That's how I perceive the world, that's how I see the world. I see myself as well. So if it's something that resonates with you, go on and try to get this answer. Like, if it's something that resonates with you, it's probably because you feel it deep within as well. And then when someone is like just making it's kind of like the beginning of the sparkle, it's a tiny little sparkle, and then you find it within yourself, and it just becomes such a great fire within you, and you just start feeling it more and more. So my reality of who am I is that I'm just pure energy. I'm just pure energy, which I choose to be love. And I just see myself as this higher energy that entered this body, but this energy is equal to everything that exists out there. This is something that is a bit harder for you to, maybe a bit harder for you to understand, if you are not actually conscious about, like, if you haven't experienced this by yourself. Because the funny thing is that everyone out there is talking about the same things. They will all say to you, we are all one, we are all in this together. It's like we are all a part of the same energy, a part of the same source. But until you feel it within, it's impossible to actually know what we are talking about. So a good example of how souls are explained, or how it's explained how the soul entered the body, is by Abraham. like Esther Hicks, that is channeling Abrahams, they're saying that you can imagine yourself, you can imagine yourself as electricity entering a toaster. So when electricity enters a toaster, you have a toaster that is working and you can use it, and there is electricity within the toaster. But this electricity is at the same time everywhere else in the planet. And this electricity entering the toaster, it doesn't make a toaster, like doesn't make electricity a toaster, if you know what I mean. So if you compare it with the soul in the body, your soul, your energy entering the body is like electricity entering a toaster, but that doesn't make you your body. That doesn't make you just a human. I believe that we are spiritual beings having a human experience in this planet. So I believe that we are all a part of the same source energy. Like we are all this electricity entering the bodies. And if we see ourselves like this, if we know that we are a part of something greater, that we are actually a part of the same energy as everyone else, then basically how you do things to other people, how you do things to yourself, it's how you're doing it to yourself. So whatever you're doing for others, for the world, for anyone out there, you're doing it to yourself, because they are the same energy, they are the same thing as you are. This might be a little bit too deep for some of you, but it's just something that really resonates with me, and it made me all the stress go away. Why? Because if you see yourself as something so big, as something so extraordinary, and you see no separation between you and anyone else on this planet, then of course you will do only good to people. Then of course you are able to look at every situation through love. Because you just see it like we're a part of it together, but we all perceive our world through our filters in our head. So I believe that we are, in general, this source energy, and this is the same for us. But since we are in these human bodies, we basically identify ourselves with whatever we think. Whatever your ego believes, whatever you think about yourself is who you perceive yourself. And the funny thing is that you can choose whatever. You can choose to believe that you are whatever your heart desire. But the funny thing is that whatever you will choose, you will become. So choose wisely. Like on the ego level, it's like you can either choose that you are great, that you are successful, that you are something like extraordinary, doing something extraordinary for this like planet, or you can choose to not be good enough. You can choose to not be loved. You can choose to not fit in this world. You can choose to be alone. If these are your thoughts, then this is who you are. Because whatever you are thinking, you are attracting in your life. So now we have these two layers. We have this pure truth, which is that we are source energy, that we are exactly the same as everyone else on this planet. And then we have underneath, on this human experience, on this ego level, we have whatever we choose that we are, this is our identity. And I always say to people that when we want to change something in our life, we are changing our identity. And this is the hardest thing for people, because if you see yourself as being your profession, as being your gender, as being your, nationality, then whenever you change this, it's like you totally lost yourself. But if you see yourself as pure positive energy, then whatever you choose to be is just another expression or just another experience or expression of who you feel that you are. And that's what I want people to understand, that they can choose whatever they want. They can choose differently every single week. And this is basically what I believe that this life is about. We choose who we are. We choose who we want to be. And we just follow whatever feels right for us. We just follow whatever our heart desires. And here is something that I want to share with you, because it happened to me this week. If there is a lot of noise around you, if there is a lot of people around you, or you're just always in interaction with hundreds of people and always working in a job, or just going somewhere where there is a lot of people, or you just don't have any time alone, you don't have any time that you actually listen, it's so hard to hear who you are, or to hear what is your inspiration, or what is your inner guiding system telling you who you are, or where you want to go, or what do you want to explore. Because yes, I believe that who we are is going to change during the days, during the years or whatever. And you have to just listen to whatever feels right for you in this particular moment. But if you don't take time for yourself, if you're always in chaos and just rushing from one thing to another, and just rushing from one meeting to another, or one event to another, or just hanging out with people way too much, it's so hard to listen. And this is what I experienced this week. It was hard for me to listen because I didn't take time to listen. I was just bombed from every single person around me. Oh, now you should do that. Now you should go there. Now, why don't you do this? And I was just accepting all the information from people that know better what is good for me, of course. And I was just confused. I was who am I? What would I do? Why I'm just attracting those people telling me what to do, where should I go, how should I behave? But I'm not hearing myself. I'm not hearing my soul. I'm not hearing anything. I didn't hear anything this week. I was a bit off. And whatever this happened to me, my body will react in some way. My body will just demand the rest. My body will just say, go to sleep and recharge. So whenever this happened, I take a day off. And I'm oh, now I see. Now I know where I want to go. Now I know who I am. And this reminder, everyday reminder of who you really are, your pure positive energy, and you can choose with every single day what do you want to do, what is right for you, where do you want to go. This is your decisions. You have all the rights to change this as many times as possible. But you have to be aware, whenever you're changing what you're doing on the outside, what you are giving the world, or whatever, your environment will change. And I believe that who we are is seen in our lives. Who we are is actually seen on whatever you're attracting. So if you don't know for yourself who you are, look around. Look around in your life. See what you are attracting. See what is the vibrational match with you. Because whatever is coming to your life is coming there for a reason. It's coming there to teach you something. It's coming there to show you who you are at this particular moment. And if you're attracting bad stuff, there's nothing to worry about. It's not, you don't start panicking and just oh my God, so this is who I am, that's what I'm attracting. No. This is an opportunity for you to acknowledge what you're attracting and change it. And see why, like see it by yourself. Ah, okay, so this is the information I'm giving it out. This is what I see right now. This is who I am right now. But I have all the opportunities, all the possible ways to change it. And this is how it is. And yes, I really do believe that we are a part of something greater. And if we just see ourselves like this, there is nothing we need to worry. And the funny thing is that when you see yourself like this, I can just like, whenever I remind myself, I'm just like sitting back and like, okay, good. And then you stop and you pause yourself. There's just nothing you need to worry about. There is nothing you need to stress about. This is who you are. This is who you are. This is what you came here to do. And if you identify yourself with the material things, with your social status, with your profession, with your job, with your age, whatever, you're limiting yourself. You're limiting yourself so much that yet, of course, you end up stressing yourself. Of course, you end up being all worried because you always have a feeling that you're not good enough because you identified with things that are not enough, with things that are limited. And you don't see yourself as big as you are. And as soon as you do this to yourself, you're stealing happiness from yourself. You're stealing this pure joy and love that you can feel within from yourself. And because I want to give more to you, I'm doing this decoding program once again in November. We're gonna start in the middle of November because I have to fly to London first, so I'm going to London this week. And then by the middle of November, we are starting with decoding program again. So all of you who have heard about it and you haven't joined yet, it's a 10 days transformational program where I'm gonna actually, we're gonna have topics like this. I want to decode your mind. I want you to start seeing yourself as something bigger and to set yourself the right questions to come to your own truth. So it's not something where I want to give you my truth or just share with you my reality, but it's something where I want you to connect deeper with who you are, also through some meditations, also through some deep stuff works that we're gonna do. But in general, just to remind you who you are in your deepest level and to help you build the desires or build the intentions, what do you want to create out of this life. And yes, I'm gonna post more information very shortly, but those of you who are interested already, you can drop me a private message and I'll send you all the details. And otherwise, talk to you soon. I have no clue what's gonna be a topic for tomorrow, but I think we are going deep again. I just love going deep. And yes, thank you for watching and see you guys soon. Bye bye.